Hey YouTube, this is Khan back with, I know it's been a while, but back with another video for Legends of Runeterra. I've been having sort of a, love-hate relationship with this game. I think basically with how the meta and everything changes with this game, or what actually becomes the meta. But new sets, part 2, I guess you could say, of Mount Targon set has come out. With it, we've gotten new champions such as Soraka, Tahm Kench, Soraka. One of the decks, when I first saw Tahm Kench, I was like, dude, I gotta make a deck after this guy. I was thinking maybe Shadow Owls and some maybe Demacia, because Demacia will allow you to capture quicker. And I was like, what? And you could do it at fast speed. And I was like, what do I want to build? And then they showed this Raka, and I was like, yeah, Raka. She's definitely the one to pair with Tahm Kench. So what we have here today is what we call Healing Appetite. It's a Tahm Kench and Raka deck. Unfortunately, it seems like this is starting to become the meta for the first week or so of the new set. Think of it as the Aurelian Soul and Trundle, the first week when Mount Targon first came out, as the oppressive only deck you play against. But this deck it's a fun deck, but I don't look at it as a tier 1 deck. There's many ways around the deck, but with that said, I still like it. It's still fun until people catch up to the meta. It's definitely a fun deck to play on the ladder and so forth. So in the videos ahead, you're going to see some cards that may or may not be in this current iteration. In some of the videos, is because I was fine-tuning, but I chose to put some of those cards or showcase some of those new cards because maybe you might find a better purpose for those cards. But let's real quickly go over the deck real quick. And I think it's pretty standard from what I'm starting to see from a lot of the other decks. I played this is where I came to. Then I started looking at other people's decks. I was like, okay, it's similar. I do have some changes, and I'll go over some of the changes that you see in most decks but you don't see in mine. So, real quick, first thing is Krusty Codger, very good, 1/1. I noticed that at first I was just running the Star Shepherd. I was getting beasted on the earlier turns, waiting. So I decided to add in 3 Krusty Codgers. Very good. It's a 1/1/2/2, and then if you get on 2, you get the Star Spring. Then of course it starts healing, and then you have basically a 2/4 for 1. Not a bad card. A lot of fun. One card I later added, I had it in the beginning and I took it out, which was Shakedown. Now keep in mind, when I first played this deck, I took and worked with what was in the current Labs Landmarks basically deck. I took that and I took in and out cards and I was building. So originally I had Shakedown, but I was like, why do I want to use Shakedown? I couldn't find a purpose, but after playing so many games with this deck, now I see there's a lot of times where your characters won't get hurt and you need them to be dealt damage so that way you can heal them, right? Which also helps Star Spring, right? If all your characters are healthy, Star Spring is not accruing tokens, ticks, whatever you want to call it, and it becomes useless right at that point. So Shakedown kind of helps you to allow you to heal a lot of those cards when you actually do need to heal, especially for like Star Shepherd, who depends on an actual unit actually being damaged, not just a heal, but damaged and then heal for her to get her +2. I think that Shakedown is a definite necessary card. Is it something that we need to run 3 of? No, but it's a good card that allows you to damage, heal, boost up Star Shepherd, boost up Star Spring, and get your way. And then also with the granted, it grants 2 enemies vulnerable, which allows you later on to isolate which people you find as threats, so that way you could take them down. Next we have a Star Shaper. This deck is perfect with Star Shaper. Star Shaper basically is going to be, she's not going to do a lot of damage because she doesn't have Overwhelm. In this deck we are not running what's the 3-cost sword, Zenith Blade. We're not running Zenith Blade, so we're not giving her Overwhelm. I don't know if I have room for that, right? It makes sense. I can see where a lot of this deck, maybe a more refined deck, may run Zenith Blade for her, but with her 3 defense, you got to really pump a lot into her to get her to that finishing point. And unfortunately, as you can see in my deck, a lot of people are running Hush now, right? Hush has changed. It doesn't have the ability to keep replaying, but it's a very cheap, very easy card that you can use to basically reset character stats back to normal. So definitely, I don't think that's the way to go in terms of using your deck. So I don't feel that investing in Zenith Blade is really popular at this point for Star Shepherd. As you'll see in one of my videos, there's other cards that you could use to give like elusive to finish off. I believe that's like the first game that I'll show. It's no longer in this deck, but there's different ways you could work with Star Shepherd. But for right now, we don't have either of those cards, and I chose to remove the 4-drop. And then it's a new 4-drop Stargazer, as you can see, which allows you to, when you heal, give it elusive. Remove that. Stargazer is still a very good card. I think, even though this is my current final build, I think I may work Stargazer back into the set. The problem is with Starspring, it doesn't work with Starspring because Starspring heals at the end of a turn. So it's reliant on you having certain healing cards in the beginning to be able to make use of it, right? If you don't get Raka, who instantly heals, you start to run into issues. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. So then we have Fortune Croaker, basically deal 1, allows you to do damage, and you draw a card. Easy set. Guy in Touch allows you to do instant burst spell heals. Easy set. And you draw a card, right? So these two are definitely drawing your cards. This is your card draw outside of Raka. Hush is very good. A lot of times we may use it for other decks, like maybe Lee Sin. It kind of sucks that it doesn't have the ability to replay itself, so that when they use casts like Spell Shield, you can kind of pay that extra mana to stop Lee Sin. So now Lee Sin decks are a little bit stronger because we don't have the ability to chain cast Hush anymore. But you know, I think the biggest thing for Hush that I wind up using Hush for is when I have Tahm Kench and I know they're going to kill my Tahm Kench, I will typically Hush my Tahm Kench before he dies. That way, if he dies before leveling up, all the enemies that he's captured, that he's eaten, doesn't go back to them, and then poof, you know, it's a win-win for us. We may lose Tahm Kench, but they still lose their characters. Next, we have the Star of the Show, Star Spring. Star Spring is very oppressive because people aren't playing for landmarks yet. Probably after a few days, as this deck becomes very abusive, people will run the next card that we have, which is Divergent Paths or other cards that allow you to destroy landmarks. And Star Shaper then will, of course, lose its value because outside of having something, say, an Ionia, which allows you to counter the spell, you're kind of screwed, right? So what do you do in these cases, right? Because you can't barrier it. That's the problem, right? So when you look at like a normal Bastion, it says grant an ally, right? I don't believe Star Spring is considered an ally. It's considered a landmark, which is totally different. So I might be wrong. So there's really no way of protecting landmarks at the moment. There may be new cards. This is a new set. I haven't looked at every card. I'm sure there probably is. Just comment below, let me know. But right now, I usually run 1 Divergent Path, 1 to get rid of landmarks in case if I come across it, and 2 to help me search, because Star Spring is very important that we get Star Spring early, right? That's definitely one of our biggest win condition. And as you'll see with a lot of games, it gets us out of a lot of tough situations, especially when we have bad draw. So definitely it's something that we definitely need. So number 3. So here's the question with the 3, right? Right now I have a lot at 3. So a lot of people are saying, well, Khan, real quickly, why aren't you running the 2-drop Octopus, right? I thought Octopus was very good, right? It's a 3/4 challenger. It's very good if you can heal it, if you can get whatever you need to get to start healing it. But the problem is with that 1 attack, I'm noticing now when you're running up into a lot of these Twisted Fate decks, a lot of the old meta decks, the Devour decks, and all the other decks beforehand, when it comes out, it's typically just dying. As soon as I play it, because the 1 health is just not enough, it's usually dead, right? So you play this on turn 2. You can say, well, Con, you can play it later. Yeah, but at turn 2, if I don't have my Star Spring, I want to have something that I could put on the board that could at least block, impact, something, right? Fortune Croaker isn't bad, but Fortune Croaker is dependent on us having a 1-drop for us to get the draw effect. That's not the one. So do I put in another 2-drop, or do I go higher at 3? I chose to go higher at 3. So I put in Solari Priestess, 1, so that we can get the 1 Galaxy card. Forget offhand, a 4-drop one that allows you basically to search for a champion. Reduces their cost by 1, gives them 2/2. Or maybe it's 1/1, I can't remember. But basically that's what Solari Priestess is for, is she's used for us to find our Soraka or our Tahm Kench, basically when we can't. Outside of that, we do run Spring Guardian. Spring Guardian gives us the Spring Gifts, which is excellent for late game. It costs 1, you fully heal. Dude, that boosts Star Spring up a lot. A lot. And this card is amazing. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any games utilizing this combo, but this card is amazing. And I definitely put it in as a 3 of. Next, F4, real quickly, we have Astral Protection. Very good card. Heal your ally for 4. Pumps up Star Spring, right? You gotta get 22. Healing up for 4 is just beautiful. You're almost there. And then basically it gives your character, grants it a 4 on the back on defense. Dude, it's the card that's made for Tahm Kench, plain and simple, right? And of course the other cards too, but it's a beautiful card, no problems there. Broad-backed Protector, this card right here, outside of giving it regen, that's probably this card right here will save your butts, you know, and keep your life total at a very high condition. And then if you have the means in this deck, which you should, with all the healing, you can definitely heal it back and do a lot of damage. Also, using Astral Protection is very good to put on this card. Yeah, I know you're looking at it and you're like, guys, there's not a lot of damage. I understand. Most of this deck is going to be based on Star Spring and the heals, and then you being able to use Tahm Kench basically to eat up a lot of your problematic enemy cards, right? That's really the way that this deck wins. And last but not least, well, not last, but we have Tahm Kench, and Tahm Kench is an awesome champ. He creates Acquired Taste, which allows you to eat the enemy, as you can see right here. I thought about taking Tahm Kench's Bayou Brunch. I have one problem with this card, and the main problem I have with this card is that it's slow. If anything, I would rather them move it up to a 4 cost and make it at least fast. You know, or make it, I don't know if Burst is kind of OP, but make it at least fast, right? I don't know if Burst breaks it. You're using this basically to capture an ally, and Tahm Kench gives this ability, right? So you're either using this, 1, like Tahm Kench in game to save an ally, or 2, you know somebody's about to die and you just want to eat it. But because it's slow speed, they can react to it. I really don't see a purpose right now yet for this card. It just seems not worth it right now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe as we get bigger, you take cards where you have Tahm Kench and you play a lot of big spells, a lot of big creatures, right? So you Tahm Kench himself is part of the Bilgewater set. So maybe you start to play Tahm Kench then in card matches like the deep decks, right? And then now with deep cards, you start to eat your own deep cards, and then now Tahm Kench becomes a monster, a beast, and he starts destroying things because now you're eating bigger cards on your end. And then if Tahm Kench dies, then he spits out all those cards and you get them back, right? That sounds like a good deck. Maybe we'll make that in the next video. But but yeah, so maybe that's what you start to do. But as of right now, this card is it's just not worth it at the point right now. And last but not least, probably the most confrontational card that I have right now is Blessings of Targon, right? So what you see most people run in this deck, and I understand, is Pale Cascade, right? So Tahm Kench is big. You play Tahm Kench, you have 2 spell mana, you play Pale Cascade, You know, you give yourself up to, you know, 7 health, and then with 7 health, Tahm Kench, you could pretty much eat almost anything, you know, at turn 4. It's not much that has 7 attack, you know, coming out at turn 4 that, you know, will really damage you. First off, so I understand, and it draws you a card, and I understand, and it's burst speed. These things, I understand why you would do this, but one thing I find in this deck is that we have low damage. So the reason why I do Blessings to Targon is because one is a grant, so now I'm granting Tahm Kench a +3 on his back, but I'm also increasing his attack, right? So now he goes from being a 2/6 now to a 5/9, right? Not bad stats, not bad stats at all. With all the healing, he could damage a lot of good stuff. And then with all the things we have in the backside, we consistently eat a lot of the problematic things. So I run Blessings to Targon. I know it's very expensive. It costs 5 mana. But if you figure it, it costs basically 3 of your spell mana, and then it's going to cost you 2. In most cases, that's what you're going to do, right? So if it's turn 5 and you've saved it, basically it's going to leave you with 3 mana to cast a creature. I know, very expensive, but to me, I think it's definitely worth it. And I don't know. I tried Pale Cascade. It feels good in certain situations. It does. When certain characters get, you know, grabbed and so forth. But Blessings to Targon, even with boosting up Raka's back end, right, making her where she's 1/6, making her, you know, a 4/9 is even good, right? And then later on, she becomes a 5/10. It just feels a little bit better to me. But currently, this is my current deck. Right now, we went through a lot of changes. A lot of Octopus we took out. Beforehand, we had Starglazer, which I enjoy. I like Starglazer. You know, we put in, put out. But this is the first iteration. Things may change. Of course, there's a lot of cards out there. Star Shaper might be actually a good card to put in there. It heals 5. So you can heal your Tahm Kench 5, and it adds 5 to your Star Spring. So Star Shaping, is another card that we could think of. But yeah, for the most part, this is the deck. I had a lot of fun. There's a lot of iterations. Let me know. You know, did you have fun with this deck? What are the changes you make? What do you like to keep? What you want to take out? And I hope you enjoy the games. This is Khan signing off. Enjoy the games. Until we meet again, stay safe, keep gaming. Peace. Alright, Lulu. We're going to need an early game. That's good, that's good. I don't think we need that. Cool, it works. It works. We're good. Alright, so first we'll hit the 2. They'll play Lulu. Or do you not have a Lulu? Let's see. I'm okay with that. Put out the landmark to heal. And then should be good. GNS, thank you for the host. Thank you.
Off we go! Roll down!
What up, Pain? I don't understand what you mean by change my banner for the stream. We're going to do this so that way What up, guys? Yeah, Payne, you gotta since you're doing the podcast. Nah, it doesn't say we're doing the podcast. It should have exclamation mark podcast. Let me check. Let me see. Oh, you're right. Thank you, sir. It didn't update because of yeah. Let me fix that. Everything is there. We'll do that. Yeah, let me update it. Thank you, sir. I don't know why it didn't update. The sound effect is awesome.
Not again.
Thank you, Payne. I know, I hear you. I hear you. We're at 4, right? Catch that.
Slow down, will you?
Why didn't it not take it?
I can be patient.
There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to see what I want to do. Alright.
You leave me no choice. Take heart.
I was trying to fix some stuff, man. Dang. Yeah, well, I usually update my banner with, for some reason, it's asking me for a token, but it's still showing that I'm logged in. So, in order to fix it, I have to do something else.
I have consulted the stars, and they are
But,
bored.
thank you. Let's hit him up with the juice box.
Quit your yapping.
No problem.
The possibilities are in.
Raka has leveled up. Yeah. So now we got card draw.
That's my tile.
That's what I wanted.
There's nothing a good giggle can't fix.
Don't want to do that. Nah, I want to wait. I want to play. I want to see what they do.
Ooh, I love flying vegetables. They're fast and great for tummy
I'm cool with that
rumbles.
too.
Picking's faster.
Time to get rowdy.
This is a really weird attack. This is a really weird attack. This is a really weird attack.
Go on, Pip. Just like Yellow Floop said. Perfecto!
Alright. Because why wouldn't you attack with this first? It doesn't make sense, right? At least not to me, it doesn't. So, we'll block here.
Better than this.
We'll take the 7 damage. There's nothing I could do about that. It dies. So be it. We'll cast this, which is what I wanted.
Rejoice to see you, Soraka. And I them.
Which is what we really, really wanted.
In service
Which is
to the
beautiful.
Imperial.
So we're gonna make them waste picks.
Peace.
Oh, you driving? Well, be safe, man. Definitely be safe. Yeah.
Take heart. Live with purpose.
Nosy dewdrop.
So, this is a self-damage healing deck for those who are unfamiliar with the cards. Lulu! I think this turn we're going to play Broad Pack. So that way, Lulu best girl, no, Raka best girl. Alright.
Choose your own mischief.
That's fine with me. That, to me, doing that is a waste. He's not killing anything. He's doing damage, but to me, that's a waste. I'm sure he has a Defeat or 2-card spell. That's what I'm sure they're going to play. Okay. Why are you casting that on me?
Smell that?
That makes no sense.
Quiet, Phil. You'll break my concentration.
You can count on me, quiet as a star.
In service to the Imperial.
Now, we could have healed everybody, but I didn't feel like wasting it. We could have used it, which is Raka's wish. But I want to see what they do this turn. If they do it this turn, if they cast Pix, they do. Oh, Pix is burst speed. I forgot. Which is fine. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to heal everybody real quick.
In service to the Imperial. In service
There's Tahm Kench. That's who we were looking for. That's who we were looking for.
Let's use all the colors. Zoom!
Now they're going to do a lot because I only have one character that can really block.
Light on!
And they're going to grab it with this character, which is going to do a lot.
Head to the
Oh,
face.
no, they're not.
Feel the sizzle.
Oh, wow. They're blocking. No, you want to grab the 3-4, buddy. No, you want to grab the 3-4, buddy. That's a bad move.
Can't fight on an empty.
And the reason why I say you want to grab the 3-4 is because now the 3-4 can block, right? So this alone is death. This is death, and we lose it by 8. So there's nothing we can do, really, right? So what I can do is I can put Raka here, and that leaves us with 1. And since they didn't block the 3-4, the 3-4 can block. Where are we at? At 1. So if I do that, that gives us 1, right?
patient.
There's one. Alright.
Almost been down, but his knee out!
Game, we won.
The heavens rejoice.
Yep. Still playable. I thought they just upped his thing. Okay, well, another dragon deck. So I think we're missing one thing, and that's something to challenge. Let's see if we can get a better hand. So we get two of them. We're going to get rid of both of these. That's good. We need something better from our early game. I'll take him. That's fine. He draws. We're going to skip. We're going to pass it down. We're going to play Soraka.
Weave our own destiny.
I'm something of an aspiring trichologist.
We're going to skip. It's 4, so it's about time for him to play a dragon. Alright, so he's going to choose that. That's fine.
I will find the
I'm going to
goodness
take
in
Tahm
you, King.
Kench.
Hope only provides temporary sustenance, child.
Temporary sustenance. Alright, so Tahm Kench is there.
Appetizers of brilliancy.
So, first things first. We're going to cast that. We're going to do that. Smart move.
They might. I have the scars to prove it.
There we go. We're going to... We're going to hit
Master
that.
the power of the stars. Master your healing.
I'm trying, but they keep wandering off.
That's what we thought was going to come. So next we're going to play the landmark. And then we're going to eat this. We're going to get rid of this dragon. We're going to eat it.
It's too late now.
And then we're going to attack, attack, and attack.
Stars live with purpose.
No thoughts on Torchlight 3 because I haven't played it or even looked at it. So unfortunately, no thoughts on it. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to let it pass. Everybody heals up 1. Tahm Kench is back to that. Good, good, good.
Oh, I don't require a menu.
We got this, which is great for Tahm Kench. That allows us to eat something bigger.
It's all better than one.
So the next thing we're going to eat is this. So we're going to eat this, and we're going to do that to Tahm Kench. So now he's at 5-9, and he's going to eat this. Tahm Kench eats a lot.
Even to the young bloods, we are nothing.
I don't want him to block anything. We're going to kill whatever he has. I want him to lose everything he can. Soraka's now full.
The stars. Take heart. Live with purpose.
Tahm Kench is ready to eat again.
Where there's a will, there's a
Where there's a will, there's a will. So we're going to heal Tahm Kench and attack.
Live with purpose.
Our heal's now up to 15. We need 7 more and we win the game. So now that they do that, Tahm Kench is going to now eat this. We're going to emote a little bit. That's going to level up Tahm Kench.
Allow me a small sip. All shall drown in my magnificence.
His Dexter coming back. We're going to Aurelian Soul him. That animation needs to be a little quicker.
Promise a safe return. Appetizers of plenty.
So he has a lot of cards.
It's absolutely stellar.
So instead, we're going to do Soraka's Wish. Just in case if they want to try to kill my Tahm Kench. So that way we heal. And then that gives us a +7. Ooh.
Take heart. Live with purpose.
That allows us to live. You got anything else you want to do?
For
Nope.
life.
That's match. Look at that. We're at 31. Game over.
What a commendable achievement.
I'm still good to scrap! Aye, right.
Dusk approaches.
Night descends.
Table for one, if you'd oblige. Appetizers of plenty.
Our light grows brighter.
Deadly paths, just another day in Targon. Off to it, Ely. Round up those stars.
Don't tell me what to do. We look after our own.
Stand back.
I'm sure there's something for my tastes.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
Put me in, Tommy boy!
Oh, I'll be happy to accommodate, Pablo.
Stop the road, where are you off to? A win streak!
I feel better when you feel better.
I'll protect you.
Appetizers aplenty.
Temperamental as moonlight.
Excuse my impertinence.
No, the stars!
Believe or burn.
Have faith. To heal and protect.
I'll leave that first part to you, Soraka.
With the possibilities are infinite. Take heart. Live with purpose.
Be brave. I'm sure there's something for my tastes. Everyone conquers.
Be at peace.
The river always provides.
Take heart. Live with purpose.
I make shepherding look easy. Stand back.
That's a pretty sparkle fight.
Our mountain groves are full of dangers, but I know them all. I'll protect you.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
Stand back.
Their scent travels on the night air.